Good morning, grade 4, and welcome to our math lesson for today. So today we're going to be doing problems with area and perimeter. So we're going to be putting the area and the perimeter together. Okay. So what I would like to go over before we start is area. What was your formula for area again? We just finished doing it yesterday. And if you can remember, it's length times width. That's right. And perimeter, the formula for perimeter was length plus width plus width. Or we had that really fancy one, which was 2 times length plus 2 times width. All right, so we're going to need to remember those formulas today. So a rectangle, our first question says, has an area of 24 centimeters squared and has a width of 4. So an area of 24 centimeters squared and a width of 4 centimeters. So knowing our formula for area, it is length times width. And we are missing one of those numbers. We know what the area is. The area is 24 centimeters squared. The length, we don't know what that is. So remember how we always put these letters in? Length will be something times the width, which is 4 centimeters. So I can look at the question this way and go, what times 4 equals 24? Or I can put this guy all by himself on one side, and in order to do that, I now have to divide. Remember, we learned this in algebra. So length equals 24 centimeters squared divided by 4 centimeters squared. So length would equal, you're right, 6 centimeters. And does that work? 4 times 6 equals 24. Yep, exactly. So here's another question. Now your rectangle has an area of 24 again. So our A is 24 centimeters squared. Our length is 8 centimeters. So which one are we missing? We're missing our W. So we're going to say our width is a W. So if I'm going to figure this out, I would say length times width equals area. Length is 8 centimeters times I don't know what equals 24 centimeters squared. So 8 times what equals 24? And it's 3. 3 centimeters. So my W equals 3 because 8 times 3 is 24. So if you're given the area and you don't know the length or the width, you turn it into a division problem, or most of you are very clever with your multiplication problems and you can figure that out without having to turn it into a division problem. So now I'm going to give you some exercises where you need to find the missing length or the missing width. So one of them will be given and your area will be given, and you need to figure out the missing one. So if I was to do this first one with you, I would say that my formula is length times width equals area. So I know my length, 7 centimeters, times I don't know, equals 42 meters squared. So 7 times what equals 42? So I would find out that my W equals 6 meters. So it will be 6 meters squared. 6 meters, sorry. And so I'd like you to pause the video and see if you can figure out these other ones. See if you can figure out what the missing width or length is. So pause. Okay, you're back. Awesome. And for this one, length times width equals area. We know our length. Our length is 5 centimeters. We don't know what our W is, and it's going to equal 45 centimeters squared. So 5 times 9. So that would be 9 centimeters. Don't forget to put these letters behind there, these symbols for the unit of measure. Here we know length, we don't know what length is, times 9 meters equals 72 meters squared. So what times 9 equals 72? Length has to be 8. 8 times 9 is 72. Here we don't know the length again, we know the width, and we know that it, forgot the centimeters, it has to equal 99 centimeters squared. So what times 11 equals 99? 9 times 11 equals 99. So I hope that you've gotten those 4 right so far. Length is length times width equals area. So we got 4 meters times W equals 72 meters squared. Oh no, that's a really hard one. So I'm going to have to put all my good old division skills to work. 4 goes into 7. 2 times would be 8. That's too many. So 1 time. Subtract, and I have 3. Bring down my 2. How many times does 4 go into 32? It goes 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. So W equals 18 meters. I hope that you figured that one out. Awesome. So my length here is 5 centimeters times, whoa, there it is way at the back. We don't know what it is. That equals 20 centimeters squared. So 5 times what equals 20? 5 times 4 equals 20. I hope you're able to get all those. I've got 3 more for you to try figure out, and then we're going to switch and we're going to do some perimeter. So pause and see if you can figure these 3 out, and then we'll come back and see if you got them right. Okay, so we don't know the length, we know the width, and we know the area. So what times 2 equals 24? 12 times 2 equals 24. Hope you got that one. Length, I don't know, times width. I'm always going to remember that length times width equals area, which equals 75 meters squared. Okay, 5 goes into 60 is 12 times. So 65 would be 13. 70 would be 14. It would go 15 times. So length is 15 meters. I hope you got that one too. So length we don't know, times our width equals our area. And I know because Mrs. Van Andel and Mrs. Hickey made me practice my 12 times tables, I know that 12 times 7 equals 48. There you go. So I hope you got those right. Now we're going to go back to those same problems again, and this time we're going to figure out the perimeter, which is length plus width plus width. So in question number A, we discovered that the width was 6 meters. So if I was to figure out my perimeter, I would go 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6, and that would give me my perimeter. So 14 and 12, because that's 14 and that's 12, so my perimeter is 26 meters. That was my perimeter. Okay, here are my length, and we figured out that my width was 9. So we have to go 5 plus 5 plus 9 plus 9, and that would equal my perimeter. So that's 10, and 18 is 28 centimeters. So I'm going to give you what we figured out these ones meant, and then I'm going to see if you can figure out, we figured out the width here was 18, and the width here was 4. So let's see if you can figure out the last 4 on your own. What is the perimeter? Length plus width plus width. Go. Okay, you're back. So I have 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9. So these two equal 18 together, and those two equal 16, and 18 plus 16 is 14. So my perimeter, is 34 meters. Here I have 9 plus 9 plus 11 plus 11, because 9 was my length, and 11. So 11 and a 9 is 20, and 11 and a 9 is 20, and 20 and 20 is 40. So my perimeter all the way around that would be 40 centimeters. This one I have 18 plus 18 for my widths, plus 4 plus 4. I'm going to put these on top of each other because I'm way better at adding when they're on top of each other. So that one's 8. So 8 plus 8 plus 8. So 8 times 3 is 24. 44. So here my perimeter is 44 meters around the outside. And this one was 5 and 4. So I have 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 equals 10. 18 centimeters would be my perimeter around the outside of that. So I'm going to ask you to pause, and we're going to come back and try something different. So come back for part 2.